So we are 9 days away from Extreme Rules. 9 days away. Just think about that. I want everybody out there that watches this video, that's watching me right now, to stop and think. We are 9 days away from Extreme Rules. Now I know, wrestling fans, that Extreme Rules is July's pay-per-view. I realize that July's pay-per-view has always been the pay-per-view that WWE just kind of says, let's get this done and over with, so we can move on to SummerSlam. The biggest party of the summer. The biggest event of the summer. All those other big name, big phrases they like to promote SummerSlam with. But does that mean that they have to show a show like tonight? To me, no. Now, I admit, SmackDown tonight did build to Extreme Rules decent. But it wasn't the best show in the world by any sense of the word. As a matter of fact, most of you out there would probably say, you know what? Why did I invest 2 hours into watching WWE television? Now, for some of us, investing 2 hours in WWE television is simply because we come on here every single week and do podcasts for you. Another reason is because we've been fans for years. Absolutely years. But, seriously, a lot of you are probably thinking, why in the world are we investing our time into this? Either that or you're not investing your time at all and you're coming on here and you're watching me or you're watching somebody else. But SmackDown tonight, building to Extreme Rules, just look at it. Jeff Hardy taking on Sheamus in a bar fight. Now I know every single one of us wants Jeff Hardy to do something more important on SmackDown. We want him to do something more important. Universal Championship opportunity. Go after the IC Championship. Him versus AJ Styles or him versus Matt Riddle. I don't care whoever is going to be the IC champion in the near future, which, oh, by the way, I will discuss what I think about Matt Riddle versus AJ Styles next week for the Intercontinental Championship in just a moment. But Jeff Hardy taking on Sheamus in a bar fight. I know some people are going to look at that and think, what? Why? Why are they putting us through this? Look. Sheamus versus Jeff Hardy in a bar fight. Sounds okay to me. It goes with the storyline. And quite frankly, it's another one of those type of matches that we don't have to sit there and watch strictly from the Performance Center. So I enjoy that. Wholeheartedly enjoy that. Because a lot of the matches that we haven't seen strictly from the Performance Center have been my favorite since WrestleMania. You want to know the honest truth. Because WWE has either had to hold back or they've had to change things because of the virus and things of that nature going on. So these cinematic or different styles of matches that's not in the Performance Center have been the best that they put on every month on the pay-per-views. So why not? Give us a bar matchup. Give us a swamp matchup. Give us this type of stuff. Have at it. After this, wrestling fans, put Jeff Hardy in something that's more important. Get him away from Sheamus. That's how I look at it. Y'all let me know what you're thinking about that in the comments below. Speaking of these big, huge, nice matches that I have liked, the Swamp match. Braun Strowman and Bray Wyatt. Didn't see Braun Strowman or Bray Wyatt tonight, really. You saw them one-on-one, their first matchup, at Money in the Bank. Now, to me, they could have done something so different. If you didn't want them, on the show inside the squared circle, right? Why couldn't you have them like one in one house at their house, Braun Strowman in his house, and them doing like the via satellite thing? Bray Wyatt could have had his entire house complete black, where you couldn't see anything. Maybe he could have had, some type of swamp setting or swamp music in the background while he's talking back to Braun Strowman. Wouldn't that have worked? Wouldn't that have been better than seeing a match that, quite frankly, in a couple months, nobody's going to remember? And as of right now, no one cares to remember. Because it wasn't that good of a match. Because Bray Wyatt was Mr. Rogers' character, and he always lost when he was the Mr. Rogers character. The best part about that character was his promo work in the Firefly Funhouse. So you all let me know what you're thinking about that in the comments below. I would have rather had the promo or another type of promo package, or seeing Bray Wyatt in some type of swamp, or seeing Braun Strowman walk around in some type of swampy area, getting himself prepared for the swamp matchup. Something other than a one-on-one encounter that we've already seen that nobody really cared about. That's just me. Now, moving on to the New Day versus Cesaro and Shinsuke Nakamura. WWE teasing, quite frankly, that the New Day was going to win. Or, not win, lose. They teased tonight that the New Day was going to lose the Tag Team Championship. You put a title match on last, and it's this close to a pay-per-view, that's a tease that the title's changing, in my eyes. And the title didn't change. Instead, we got a setup for a tables match at Extreme Rules. I think we can pretty much tell that Cesaro and Nakamura is going to become the next tag team champions. It's a shame that they are only going to be transitional champions, because they will drop the titles right back to the New Day. I hope that it's not like that. I hope they get to keep it for at least a somewhat lengthy period of time. Cesaro and Nakamura deserve that. Cesaro and Nakamura deserve to keep the titles and have a decent title reign with them. Let me know what you're thinking about it in the comments below. Or do you want to see them drop the titles right back to the New Day, and New Day just hurry up and break that record of how many times they can hold the titles in the WWE? Matt Riddle gets a shot at the Intercontinental Championship next week on SmackDown. I'm going to go over this and I'm going to get Iker because there's really nothing else on SmackDown that's worth talking about tonight. The whole karaoke thing's really not worth talking about because it didn't lead up to anything and it won't next week, really. Except maybe a singles match or a tag team match between Tamina, Lacey Evans, Naomi, and Dana Brooke. That's it. So in my eyes, who cares? Not going over it. It's a little entertaining. That's it. So Matt Riddle and AJ Styles versus in an Intercontinental Championship match. I hate to break this to you, wrestling fans. This is WWE. Matt Riddle, I can't see walking out of SmackDown next Friday the new Intercontinental Champion, bro. And if he does, can't you see it? I just can't see it. WWE's not going to drop the title off of AJ Styles that quick. He will be humbled by WWE's main roster booking. Bro. Let me know what you're thinking about it in the comments below. Subscribe to the channel. Don't forget, there is a backyard beat-down matchup coming. Mikey, you better be training, because I'm coming for you. So tune in for that. It's coming shortly. It's headed your way. Go back and watch anything you've missed. Go back and watch the build to that. There's promos up on the channel. There is a playlist of all 3 of those promos. Go and check those out as well. Plus everything else. And until I see you again, this is Webby, and I'll catch you on the other side. Talk to you later.